and the management of 40 TV. Thank you for the privilege. And I'm sure at the end of the show, maybe one or two people will be transformed within this show, because we are here to share about a very crucial topic that whoever is growing is supposed to go through. Before I go further, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take this opportunity to first introduce myself. Personally, I'm called Mohawa Crescent, and I'm currently at Uganda Pentecostal University, and Nobi of Mpanga Senior Secondary School. And back then, sometime back when I was still there, I served as a head prefect. And if I can give you a brief CV about myself, I'm a passionate debater and a passionate public speaker. And if we go further, I will tell you how I got to realize how my personal change personally changed me, and I got to realize that I have nothing I can do better than talking. That's why even if you give me an opportunity to talk from morning to evening, I will still talk, and even if you don't give me food, I will still feel fine because I have passion in it.
Definitely. I can hear, you know, when it comes to debaters, you can hear, I love the vibe, you know, you got that the vibe, you're confident, you know. So straight away, we are talking about personal change. Our cigars. That is the problem, and that is the good thing we have. The youth is growing. I think it is the biggest number, I think, in Uganda. So we need what we call personal change. We need to get away from a comfort zone. So we turn into better things, you know. So I want you to highlight about yourself. How do you start, you know?
Thank you very much, Mr. Presenter. And before I go much into details, or maybe elaborate more about, let me first tackle. I give a very few clue about personal change personally, so that someone who is following us up there can also get a leaf. Personally, I think personal change refers to the process of making intentional modification or transformation in one's thought, beliefs, and behaviors. I just want to put much emphasis on intentional. Intentional. We've always had motivational speakers, people who have made it in life. Intentional. So personal change is an intentional transformation. That means the 90% or the 99% is supposed to be done by that person who is eager to learn. You get it? So personal change is intentional modification or transformation from one level to another. So that's why I want to bring in my personal change, because I know myself better than anybody else. I'm not going to use someone's example in here. I want to use my own personal change. You'll be seeing me putting on a tie, or maybe putting on gently, but man, we've seen days.
So that means it must, personal change, basically, it stands on within you.
How an individual wants what you want to be. You know, they have always said that life is what you make it, and you become what you want to become just because you want it. That is personal change. I remember those days when we were still in primary. I'm among the few people who come from humble families. Mr. wazindukaganye chakara jwara uniform yao sanga sometimes ruhone kihure nyuma.
I know.
Churu ba urundiki bagitire biraka no sanga muka mulalire oburo na mukene to kubiboha bokuba muka aisomero baja kusekereza. So you wake up just like any other general no lyaka horokawo na mukene yesigeire mbagambire ebyo nibyo mujja kuzinduka mulye no teka maka uniform kawe
sometimes nengaito zitalo
to yine twagiraga nkeito Mr. Yolabo prandiki twagiraga nkeito.
I'm not a planned kid.
Hata you understand what I'm saying. Rundiki olabo ine chijorojoro nacho no sanga chwekere one side okwate obutabo bwawo bwasate tu obufobera musati hata kwata kapira kawo kakagogo okaseba hankondo yempali orumba just like any other general maramu ne kukumura no sanga no rubata entitire no rubata touristede. You go to school, you also find the teacher on duty. I mean late coming na kiboko. Sometimes wagenda koma compound nondiki bakutwala no mutoyi kuja kusisingora wa malekyo wagenda mu kirasi moneta ya kufukira kintu kindi ya kuandika in the noise makers, and if you are not like na kongera times 10 ati master ija mu byame ha desk akutere kiboko nkezi itana bokuba kutoka kiboke mu nondiki no sanga ato yiwe ka general yinyo abatokaga usanga ine kiboko zawe nkezo nkikumi ato ja kukoroti samsanju za hwaho samsanja babohere bari mukulya Boy,
Yo,
toine
oli
chokulya.
mukasonda.
You don't have what to
What
eat.
you do ogenda ojena
Ogenda akapira ochikengere kintu
no,
ekyo musamba akapira n'abojo osanga ipesa balicho mmoja kusikiri ipesa balicho wagaruka mu kirasi agaruka mu kirasi excitement nyingi tewabaza urutoro noise makers hata assembly
rwebajo ogenda tuyine wena
bakongereho kiboko rwebajo but we've gone through that life.
Yes,
not a life of contentment, but we've always been, no matter what we are going through. You know, me personally, I've lived a life where I don't have what it takes in life. I don't have the scholastic materials. I mean, I've been confident that this is not going to be me forever. It is just here for a short of time, and tomorrow is going to be a brighter day for us.
I know, actually, by the way, everyone has his different story.
We all have stories.
Buli omu ina story. So when someone has a story of Gamba, so stories are different actually. Totally different. So personally, like you, how do you start to realize yourself for Gamba? Now I need to change.
Yeah, sure.
I need to change.
Since my childhood, I was a person who doesn't go in the corner and start crying over what we don't have at home. There is no any time where I was always contented with what I have. There is a time where I reached when I grow old, I'll make sure I was staying with some aunties where no sanga itwe abazaire beto kuba banako sanga antu wabe ne musente ezo stories zimanyire ko mucharo no sanga bezire mucharo mu Christmas wakwata foko mwana we yagichura ibyo yagitwara wakwata jiko hati nawe na agenda nayo no gimuha man ne bakutuma iyo ine myaka 8 beto nona byabana b'imyaka 13.
Of course,
man, that was torture. So I was staying with my auntie. These people used to bring eggs, they bring milk. It's the auntie's children to take it, and we are the ones to cook it. So you see that possibility of cooking for somebody, and then you don't eat on the food at the tender age. I promised myself, man, when I grow old, I'm going to buy a tray of eggs. I eat it alone.
Did you fulfill your promise?
Of course, like even if I want to right now, I can afford them. So why am I using my story? Neite tukarugire mu isomero tukagamba let us leave school aboje bakane batera amabari na bakoma scrap ne bafuna sente no sanga no ruga isomero na kumura ekindazike no bego agandora mpora kugambi. We had that possibility of also dropping out of school tukagenda tukatandika kukoma scrap rundiki, but we stayed committed. Twarugaga isomero tukwate bisunga bye bikako kakiriyo Luliki no sanga bayaye balire fene hate kekinaka no kigarukamu kusanga hati mwabaganka abojo basatu banywani numba ni mulubata nkawo no myaye kisonga kyekikaka kira hate misinde yawo
unakwerinda
man. That life man.
So man, alomuntu, you know, the viewers outside there, there's someone can tell a story, you really feel that it is a pity. From zero to hero. From zero to hero. So I know now you have some strategies that you laid in a winter and where you go and you know advocate for the youth. Due to the situation you have to motivate others.
Sure.
So what do you do like that?
Thank you. Personally, I work with the assistant mayor, Madam Mujungu Betty Pendo. Pepe, she's popularly known for that. Thank you very much. She's actually my mentor. I have to wholeheartedly say thank you.
Now, not to cut you short. Pepe, I fear her. I saw her one time in our church, but I fear due to the character she has in the other plays, drama.
Like, but she likes all those. Basing on her stories and what she has done, because I've been able to be near her. She's a very interesting woman, very transparent.
She talks good.
She's not corrupt. Me personally, I've seen her. I'm not speaking this from the perspective of police. I'm not in there, but I want to say thank you. So me and Pendo, she chose me because we met at school at Impanga, and then he saw some capabilities in me. So she's doing this not because she's being paid, no, she has an organization that is sponsoring her, but she says there are some schools that need the information that they are not receiving. Books are not the only things that are going to reach us there, but even hearing stories, improving on the life skills of people, it's also going to be an impact to this young generation.
It will spice up the books.
And me, I'm always free. I use my personal life. I know we are not home. I'm a village boy with city dreams. And I know my background is not good, but who is to improve it? Is me.
Sure,
and someone who does not respect their background, then they don't have a future. That's why I can never be going bragging with the big boys, or maybe I brag. I know who I am. I'm not competing with anybody. I'm competing with my yesterday. Because at the end of it, all I need to make it better than.
There's what they call adoption. People do, most youth do adopt.
Sure.
They adopt the situation.
Now, hati kumba, makoa watu, telechikumba, orudiki oyivire. Man, fake life.
They will turn us into,
fake life,
some bad decisions.
Yeah, so
you can decide to steal, and you go into some wrong.
So the youth have turned into eating their tomorrow today. Yes. I'm sure my tomorrow is going to come. The way I'm dressing now, it's not the way I was dressing 2 years back.
Sure.
So the way I'm going to dress 2 years back is not the way I'm dressing now.
And by the way, people can witness.
I'm so confident about the future.
Sure.
I know the future belongs to me. So I was still telling you, Madam Pendo Betty. So we do a holistic approach to character development. Yes, we are a religious nation. She's a woman who believes in God. So most of the times we use biblical quotations, most especially motivational quotations, and maybe some scriptures in the Bible that people have been misinterpreting. And we are telling people, yes, you need to achieve it. You need to have a goal. You need to have a goal. I use my personal life.
Yes.
Working with the assistant mayor. Actually, Madam Pendo is the assistant mayor for Port
Assistant.
Yes, and she's the secretary for education and sports at the city level, and she represents the women in the North Division. So she's a big woman. So me personally working with her, it is a privilege.
I would love also to to meet Pendo Pepe. Always
she's a free woman.
On radio, radio you don't see.
And in your field, you have a lot to learn from her. This is her specialty.
Sure.
This is where she's good.
I will definitely see you, Madam Pendo.
Like seriously, she's a very free woman. So we go to schools.
You go to schools.
She's the one who sponsors the transport. It's not something
facilitation,
that I'm earning in, that I'm getting a lot of money. When we do, she gets transport. Like, recently, are you free? Like, yes, let's go to this school and we talk to the students so that they also learn from your story. They also gain. I mean, they change their stories as well. So we tell most times we tell students that it's not good to eat your tomorrow today. Tomorrow waits. That's why most of the girls have turned to be. That's why most of the girls have turned to be stepmothers at the age of 18. They are chasing what? I mean, there's a girl I was advising at Impanga. I've been a leader there, and many people, I was in leadership of the lockdown. A lockdown where everyone was taking drugs and people are appreciating till now. I have there were something like 40 people I collected from all the classes. They were gathering and taking drugs in school. But if I took them to Mr. Lyonga or somewhere, they could be indefinitely suspended. But just because my intention was to have an impact in someone, tell them that what you are doing is not right. How about you did this? Many people are appreciating.
Sure, they adopted.
There's even that girl who used, like, she wants to be a famous girl.
I know.
Put on an expensive watch.
Limelight.
I mean, in the weekend, put on the nice canvases. I mean, I was like, man, where do you come from? You being at Timpanga, that means you should be among the people who are not doing well financially in their families.
Most of the times, the youth, to our mice, I think, they do the current stuff.
They think tomorrow is very far.
Is far. I will die. What after all,
And actually,
there's what they call mental illness.
Yeah.
Definitely. Man, we have a lot to talk about,
And actually, there's these people who say life is short. My friend, life tekuja kuwa short. Life is going to be long for you. And the moment you do wrong choices, Jesus or God is going to make sure that you live to see your mistakes. Life is not short. Life is wrong. So mind about your choices. I mean, you're not going, life is short, or mubara, or mushisha, life is short. Life is not going to be short.
There is this.
You're going to face the consequences for the actions you're doing.
Life also gambango, let me enjoy myself, let me do this. But you'll enjoy yourself when things turn upside down. You will live. Ogumehu, okule, oguruse, okari. Then you see that life is not short.
Now, enjoyment is not bad. How do you enjoy? Why, man? We are cool. No, people think people who are cool are the ones who are supposed to take drugs. People who are cool are the ones who are supposed to take bottles. Man, I'm cool. Am I not cool? But I don't take bottles. I'm not supposed to sleep in the bum just to be cool.
Sure.
Man, cut off such friends. Every single mentality that they bring to you, man, to get them vibe. And I'm happy that the word vibe is losing meaning.
It's losing meaning.
Yeah. Just like people who use vibe, they are intellectually bankrupt, man. So, I mean, vibe is okay. Yes, it's okay. But then, which vibe, man?
Yeah.
Mind about your life,
so,
mind about your future.
Now, back to the topic. Personal change. You want to change yourself. You see, Wagamba, no, I have to turn out to change myself.
Yeah, I realize.
You know, it is a wide topic.
Sure.
Due to time, we shall tap little so that next time, definitely, I will have this man back any time. So we discuss more and more about this. So,
yeah, me personally, the first time I realized, you know, what I want to tell the young people right there, what I want to tell the youth, that if you are a man, if you are living, you are growing, and you don't have a goal.
Yes.
You know, when you have a goal, you have directions.
Yes.
How did I realize my goal? It's through, in P3. I realized my goal in P3. Man, I used to be written in the noisemakers every single time.
Yeah.
Noisemakers tinkuburayo. Namodo Christine, I will never forget her. I actually schooled in the Central, so my class monitor was Namodo Christine. Sometimes I could pack my mangoes, give it to Namodo Christine, but to a surprise, Namodo Christine, our class monitor, could write me among the noisemakers, even when I've corrupted her. I mean, and then I sat down.
Corruption in Nombana.
Kugambi, iwe joguro mwana muto mgure sweet. Muto, umugambe mpao, arajukua. Selfishness is inherited.
Yes.
So, sorry. So, I mean, I realized that I was going to be a speaker. Yes. My grandmother is one of the people, after my mom had passed away, I'm a boy who has not grown up with the mother. So if I'm indisciplined or disciplined, just know it's my dad who has been having an impact in it. And you know how dads behave. Sometimes they are much into their hustles. Yes. So my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace, she later passed on. So I had the three people who were so important in my life. That's my mom, my dad, and then my grandmother. The two have passed on, and then I'm still remaining with my dad, who has been a motivation to us as well as a family. So, I mean, my grandmother was a very friendly person to me. Every single time I got issues, I used to run to her. Whenever I could tell her anything, my grandmother could tell me, I see something great in you, but I actually don't know what it is. Nindebe chintu chamano muliwe. Actually tinkumanya nichi.
You a guy nindebe chintu, you know.
Nindole kintu kiamani muliwe. Big tinkumanya nikia. So I shared the story with her. Like, man, I even take mangoes, I give them to my class monitor, and like, she told me, she was a very educated woman. She told me that you are either going to be a lawyer, you are either going to be a journalist, or a politician, because that's what those people do. They speak. So don't be intimidated by your class monitor.
Okay, so now we have little time, and really we are winding up with the show due to little time. I will have you back definitely. So who is your role model?
My role model, I look at Martin Luther the King. He has a very good quotation that he made, that if you don't have something to die for, then you are not worth living.
You are not worth living.
Then you have to know.
So you can give your final remarks and you shout out to some people that you know that are watching us. Yeah.
Life is what you make it. You either be or not to be. To be or not to be is not a point of compromise. You either be or not be. It's your choice. So I just want to send regards, ladies. Ochola Johnny Nuwe is from Kichuchu. Those people love Fort TV so much. Thank you. I want to send regards to Fort Poto, Fraternity, UPU Fraternity. These people are following us. I shared the link, and these people were like, yo, Fort TV, let me also download the app. So I was telling them to download the app, and they let Fort TV be part of them. And then my OBs and OGs from Zamaling Peace Kazingo, is where. So I'm proud of all my schools. And then my OBs and OGs from Brazilian Empire. Those people have a group, it's called Brazilian Empire for Secondary School. I thank you so much, guys. Thank you for loving Fort TV, and thank you for following up, and thank you for encouraging me. Glorious Gift, Shifa. I mean, those people have been good to me.
Man, it's been nice meeting this guy. He has really the good vibe as a debater, as a speaker. He'll be definitely also, I'm telling you, I'm not a prophet of doom, but you're gonna be someone who is better. You know, the way you have that vibe of speaking and you're confident. So it's been the Youth Chat and Roger Freeman there for you. Thank you for tuning on. We shall be back same time, same day, next weekend. Don't dare miss. We sign out.
Fort TV.